All right, welcome, Dark Green Team. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So today we have Thunder.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. What do you do on the team?
So I bring the looks to the team. My propellers stun everybody
Yep.
because
Yep.
I'm. I hope I am. I'm actually a hybrid on the team, so hybrid shooter for a dark.
Very nice. And we also have Jimmy Jack joining us. Hi, Jimmy Jack.
Hello.
And what do
So
you
I
do on
bring
Dark Green?
I bring none of the looks. I bring the brawn. So I get in the fight, and I've been told by E, who's the captain of Dark Green, and Scored, not to make any decisions. So they say, Jimmy Jack, don't make any decision ever. Just shoot. So that's my job.
Awesome. I love that. Well, welcome. Very glad to have you here on the podcast today. So this was a true wildcard game. What did you guys think of the game overall?
Oh, it was fantastic. So shout out, of course, to Sour. The map was awesome, and
Absolutely.
it makes for an interesting gameplay because you don't know where you're spawning. And got the 2 spawn points. You may have some people that are stranded, and that's always an interesting twist on things. But it was great. I really enjoyed.
Very
It worked out
good.
well for Thunder and I because we spawned with almost all the rest of the team. But we had one person, I think it was Goated, and she
Goated,
spawned.
yeah.
Yeah, she spawned in the middle, and it was life and death for her. So yeah, we were having a great, comfortable time with everyone except for Goated.
Oh no, just one person in the middle. Oh gosh. All right, so we
She
had the equal distance spawns this game. There was a twist though. So we might have mentioned, we did have you had one player spawn in one of the spawn points, huh?
Yeah, exactly in the middle, which is I guess if you were going to abandon one point, that would be the point to give up. So we pretty much all just worked from the outside in.
Absolutely. And did that strategy work out for you guys?
Yeah,
well, there
yeah,
was a
100%.
massive.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
Good,
Thunder.
good.
I was
It
going to
did.
say there was a massive points differential between us and the second place team.
Yes.
The 0.02%,
Oh,
which is huge. We were all after the game kind of. It was sort of like Trump versus Biden. We were all kind of waiting for the recount to see the result. But it was very very tight, which makes it for a very interesting battle. It's so much more fun.
There was a lot of
Fights.
debate after the game who won, but we were pretty comfortable with the .02 because I was looking around at the other teams. I saw the red team, and I know a lot of those guys played the late midnight games like Hamster and Gamer and uh, Nasty Rabbit, all those guys.
TZ,
And
yeah.
TZ, we knew they'd be tired, so we figured they're not going to take the .02 from us. And we looked at the light green, and I saw Kitty, and with Kitty, he does the building with the space bar. He doesn't do the right click. So we
mm.
knew his thumb was going to be exhausted. He was probably thinking about he needed a massage, he needed personal assistance. He wasn't going to take the .02. So I had surveyed the other teams, and I felt that probably Orange was the one we were worried about. You guys,
Oh,
Fat Jess, and
Yeah.
so
interesting.
we put all our focus on you at the middle at the end because we knew
Yes.
everyone else was tired. So that
Yes,
that
I
was our
noticed
strategy.
that. Hello. Yeah, I said this in another, little interview that we were doing. I don't think I ever have sweat so much from a game before. You guys really like put the pressure right at the center. So yeah, so you
Yeah,
guys
Oh,
you
it
guys
was
went
great.
for the percent and for the cough. So
yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted it
Yeah.
all, but yeah, we didn't get it all. But I don't know if anyone noticed. I might be the only person that noticed this, but I was shooting at Orange, trying to get the middle at the end, and I had a lot of the bullet range, so it bounced off of your tower, and it actually hit the dark blue guy that peeked for just a second, and it exploded their whole area. And when it exploded them, you guys took the whole
we
middle.
did.
So
Yes.
so that I inadvertently gave an assist there. So
Thank
it
you
worked
very
out
much
well
for
for
that.
you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So were there any other than that very memorable moment for me that I actually like kind of saw that? Were there any memorable moments, for you, Thunder? Did you have anything very special about this game that you want to point out?
No, I think that on the whole, we were faced with right up front, we were battling it out with blue for a little bit. And as we kind of tried to sneak around to grab the territory fairly quickly, it was, I'd say, midway through the game, there was a point where we did kind of surround a lot of them, and that was quite fun. But it was on the whole, it was a firefight every time we ran into red.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think, I think that this was a fun game for sure. I think that there's so many twists and turns, that made it really interesting. You know, there's a lot of ways to strategize in this game, but in hindsight, is there anything that you guys would have done, differently, Jimmy, Jack?
I think we were pretty lucky. It turned out that when we were attacking a team like Dark Blue, they were getting harassed. We didn't know it at the time, but they were also getting harassed on the opposite side. So I think
Mm,
Lady Luck
Yeah,
was with us. So we had pretty good walls, and we were a little bit lucky, like I said, and we focused pretty well. So I think everything worked out for us just by that .02. So I would say we probably
yeah.
wouldn't have changed things. Yeah, I probably every other game there were things we could change, but this one worked out just right.
I think
absolutely, I
we
completely
were
agree.
if we had maybe another 30 seconds at the very end, we were so close to connecting at the bottom. That would have given us a slightly more comfortable margin, I would say. But it was a good game. You're right, Jimmy, Jack. It was very much a lucky game.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
a very good game for sure.
yeah, and Fat Jess, I have a question for you. I'm
Ooh.
not even sure about this, but did were those full shields and reduced explosions? Because this felt a bit different than the other games.
Yeah.
It did, yeah, so I know, and yeah, I would love to comment on that, like, with I wanna get the TOs involved in this for sure. The explosions must have been nerfed, you could see that, you know, anytime you
Yeah.
Yes,
killed
yes,
somebody.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
shields for the tournament games are always, you know, they're always at half. So the shields were nerfed, to half, like
Okay,
Oh,
because I was having a hard time shooting through the shields, harder than
right.
usual. I was wondering if they even did the nerf, but
Oh, I don't
good news.
know. I don't know. That's a
Yeah,
really good
it was harder
question.
than normally because I play my player is actually Jiffy J. I probably shouldn't mention that, but I usually try and get the people doing the front line building, and I was having a hard time breaking the towers yesterday I should say.
Yeah, and I actually noticed I had a hard time healing the towers. There was quite a bit
Mm,
of, chaos in our own little orange
yeah,
voice chat about that.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's a very good question. I don't have the answer.
so stay tuned, listeners, to the next
Yeah,
episode.
right? Exactly. We gotta get the TOs on here. I'd love that. Yeah, so, do you guys have any, like, in closing, like, any other comments or anything else you wanna get out there?
Yeah, well, for me, I just want to thank all the players, for keeping it fun and lighthearted. And anytime we talk to any other team, it's always a good time. People not taking things too seriously, and so just really thank you to everyone. And I think some of the teams are a bit worried about being double teamed, but just wanted to say, rest assured, that was a fluke if that happened. We're not trying to target anyone. We're just trying to have fun like everyone else. And so far, the season's been excellent. So that's
Absolutely.
the message I want to get out there.
No, I would echo that same sentiment. Like it's been great. Like the obviously pandemic has been pretty terrible on everyone's morale. So having something like this, like DFly, is such a great outlet. It's a nice way. We've built a little community. I mean, look at this podcast. What a great way to actually share and kind of get to know each other a little bit.
Absolutely, that's what it's all
Oh,
about.
yeah. There's a great follow up question here. So I'm from Canada, the Great White North, and we pronounce words little bit differently than Americans in some cases. I call this D-fly. I hear people say
Yeah.
definitely. What is the authoritative answer for that? What do you call it, Fat Jess?
So I say D-fly. I've
Yeah.
heard it called
Woo.
definitely for sure, and I have also heard, it called defly, which is I think I
To
don't
fly.
honestly defly, which I think that is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just so funny, and I wanna switch it to that, but yeah, so I think you can call it whatever you want.
That one sounds French. I will throw a
I
flame
yeah,
and it
I
will make it
To
fly.
fly.
I do
Well,
believe
it sounds
cereal
so
is a
much more.
French
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
is
is
he
he?
French?
cereal's
Oh,
French.
de
Oh.
fly, de fly.
Sorry to dox cereal, but we can cut that part out. Uh,
Bonjour.
Uh,
yes. Yeah, but yeah,
it's
I
very
agree.
sophisticated either way. So,
Absolutely. I
if
love this community. I just think, you know, whichever way you slice it. It's, the to fly community is the best, and
It's
it's
helicopter aficionados who just want to have fun, right?
absolutely, it's what it's all about. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Dark Green representatives. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Fat Jess, for the opportunity.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Yoda, for
Thank you
helping.
so much,
Yes,
Fat Jess, Yoda. Amazing.